touch this for the team. Way to bring another round, please. Bring that motherfucker back.
What is up, lads, and welcome back to another episode of Eto'o's Road to Glory. And we're kicking it off here. We'll go straight into a game, and I do believe the main man from Paraguay, Valdez, comes back into the squad. He takes Martins' place. I think Martins was getting a little bit fatigued. His sort of energy levels were running a little bit low. And we're coming up against this guy. He's got a pretty sick sort of championship 4-3-2-1. You know, the nice squads to build. He's got some decent players. I think he's got an Earnshaw up front. He's got a lot of pace. But I take the early lead with Valdez. You know, who else is going to take the early lead? Absolute beast from Paraguay. Really recommend picking him up, guys. He's an absolute monster. And the guy I was kind of strange. You know, the game was kind of tight. It was just a sort of the one shot on target from me, and I think the none from him. And yeah, then he rage quit. It was kind of strange. He might have to leave. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, guys, we'll go into a game against this guy. He's got Brazil side. He must be an Arsenal fan, and he's got some sick players. You know, he's got Danilino, Moraes, Azevedos. Really nice side. He's got the 4-5-1, which is kind of a sort of a funny formation for me. I either do good or I either do bad. It's kind of one of them strange ones. But yeah, he takes the early lead. It's terrible defender, but he made me pay, and that's what it's about in FIFA, guys. You know, if someone makes a mistake, you've got to go and put the ball in the back of the net, and that's what he did. Nice little finish from him. But then this is where he made a mistake. He was unnecessary skill moves. You know, his man was he was just on his own, and there was like 3 defenders around him. No need to do them skill moves, and he fucks it up, loses the ball, and I run down the other end of the field. You know, a couple of seconds, a couple of passes, the ball's in the back of the net. That's what I like about FIFA. You know, you just 1 second you defend, and the next second you've scored. It's kind of sort of a bit unrealistic, but you know, it's kind of cool. But yeah, then Tardelli there for a couple of nice Ronaldo chops, nice little cute finesse past the Silva goalkeeper, which is going to go in all day long. Them little finesses from that position against Silva keepers, and unless it's inform Mignolet, who's got a ridiculous stats, even though he's a Macam. But yeah, and then he gets one back, you know, just for half time. A nice little individual goal from his striker, and his defending was a little bit sloppy by me, but you know, he made his pay again. A cute little finish. He's quite a nice little player, this Eto'o guy. I've never actually used him myself. I assume he's got 4-star skills. I'm not entirely sure. And this is the goal from Eto'o. Them Ronaldo chops just made me laugh when I watched it back. I was just smiling. It's quite a funny little goal. Eto'o there for the little swivel volley past the helpless goalkeeper in at the back of that, makes it 3-2 for me. And at this point, I thought I cannot lose it from here. Nice little sort of little player there by my 3 strikers. They're linking up pretty well. Overfemi Martins, side to side, puts it in the back of the net on his weak foot, on his right foot. Overfemi Martins makes it 4-2, and that is how the game ended, guys. Nice little game, you know. And after this game, I do believe I had an injury to Tardelli, which is quite frustrating. And I went out and I picked up a Danny because I was looking at sort of centre forwards to get, and there wasn't exactly the greatest. And I looked at the cams and I thought, right, let's get a Danny. He's got nice passing, he's got 5-star skill moves, he's got good enough pace. I went out and picked up a Danny, and I also went out and picked up a Calmer centre forward just to make sure he's got that 9 chemistry, which is always what you want to get. And yeah, guys, the squad's coming along quite nicely. And yeah, guys, this video is going to be out this afternoon. Unfortunately, there will just be one video up today. Hopefully tomorrow I will have a road to Inform Eto'o, and I've kind of went over the 100k mark in that series, which is good. So I'm nearly there to Inform Eto'o, which will be sick. And then after that series finishes, I might do sort of like a road to Inform, like another player in the sort of Russian league, which will fit into my squad. I think that would be quite cool. We can kind of run it alongside each other. Coming up again against this guy, he's got 3 at the back. His defense is extremely slow. Like, if you're playing 3 at the back, I would recommend having quick centre backs. You know, if you're playing a Premiership team, get someone like David Luiz. You know, you kind of have people like Shauna, and you know, I think he's got the West Brown, is it, and the other Macam. And yeah. And his defense is just far too slow. You know, my pace up front is deadly. Martins, you know, Eto'o, really high, you know, good runners, you know, and Danny's got a fair bit of pace about him as well. Nice little sort of, this goal was quite funny. I was actually going to have this in the start. It was like, don't know how to explain that, but yeah, Eto'o there in the 33rd minute. Nice little sort of just, oh, it was quite fun. And then nice little finish there by Danny. I do believe that was his second of the game on his debut. You know, getting 2 goals is always nice to see, but he does unfortunately get one back. It was a nice little finish, actually. Just sort of flicked it away from my keeper and just put it in the back of the net from his Vukovic. Is that, yeah, I think that's right, yeah. And then that was just absolute fail. I butchered that, but yeah. And then later on in the game, Overfemi Martins running through, and then the keeper stopped it, and I was like, okay. And then the referee was like, blow the whistle. I was like, okay, what's happened there? And he was actually outside the box with the ball, which is I've never seen it happen to me before in FIFA, and thought it was quite funny. And his wall moves to the side, a bit like a noob move there, and I was slotted home with Eto'o. It was poor defending on his part, moving his wall like that, giving us a huge sort of area to put the ball in. And then later on in the game, Danny's running through. Will he get his hat trick? It's never in doubt. Nice little sort of fake Rabona, yes the word, and nice little sort of flicking at the back of the net for his hat-trick on his debut, which is always what you like to say, when people have their first game, I like to sort of get them starting really well, but he does sort of unfortunately get one back, and I couldn't believe this, the referee gave a penalty, which was fair enough, it was a penalty, but he also gives my centre-half, the Italian fella, a red card, which I couldn't believe it, but you'll see after the game, he doesn't actually have a red card. It's quite weird, like, in the game, he gives us a red card there, and then when we go to the squad afterwards, he's not suspended, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it was never a red card. Obviously it was a penalty because it was from behind. But if you look sort of closely, there was two men behind the ball and the goalkeeper as well. But the referee gave a red card, but it didn't really make a difference to the result. It was still 6-1 was just too much for him to come back. He does pull one back, a cheeky little chip. I don't know what my keeper was doing, but yeah, guys, this is kind of the episode coming to a close here. And then does he get another one back? Oh yeah, he must get another one back. Make it 6-3. Lukaku there, he was an absolute beast of a player. And yeah, that was the game. I think 6-3. He brought a couple back. I was quite disappointed he got a couple towards the end, but that's the way it goes sometimes, guys. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I'll leave my Twitter in the description. Anything else, leave a message, guys, or send me a message, all that crazy stuff. And I do believe I got and pick up a couple of new signings. Just some central midfielders, just so I can rotate them slightly better, keep their fitnesses nice and high. So yeah, guys, I think this is the episode coming to a close, and yeah, there's, if you can see it, it's quite fast on the screen, but it doesn't actually have a red card, which is kind of weird. Maybe it got rescinded. So yeah, guys, that's it, and peace.